So for us in the room, we have a challenge in front of us. And that challenge is because we need to be proactively involved in the impact that technology will have. We need to reflect the pace at which things will move. And we have to invest to make sure that we are positioning our businesses and our approach in the right way. But we're doing it because it is also a great opportunity. Over the coming years, we are truly building the new foundations for transport in the future. And that is why a congress like today, with so many topics on it, will really inform and help shape how we step forward as a sector and how our businesses will actually put ourselves in the right position to take this opportunity that's in front of us. Before we start, a quick thank you to our sponsors, Vauxhall, Vauxhall OnStar, Geotab, and Drive Software Solutions. Thank you very much for your support for this event, and thank you for your recognition of how important this sector and technology is for your businesses.
In summary, drivers are happy to share vehicle data for SMR and breakdown, but absolutely less happy to share data on driving performance or location where they perceive to be less value. Most fleets don't know much about the vehicle data being collected by OEMs, and OEMs, a message to you, you don't seem to be stepping up to help fleet operators understand what data is being collected. Fleets are concerned that OEMs are trying to restrict vehicle data access. Very clear message. Most fleets believe that OEMs have an obligation to supply them with vehicle data and at no charge. More key findings. Over 50% of our respondents and fleets believe that they have a strategy and a plan in place for dealing with GDPR, although our own personal experience and some seminars we've run recently, the more you dig into the responsibilities of GDPR, don't take those responsibilities lightly. There's a significant amount of work to do to move from being compliant with our current data protection regulation in the UK to being compliant in the future with GDPR. And I send that message out irrespective of where we are in Brexit or no Brexit or hard Brexit or soft Brexit. We believe that GDPR regulation will become UK law. Different parts of the fleet sector have very different views on who should control, secure and cleanse vehicle and driver data. It's not surprising. We're used to dealing with that degree of conflict, constructive conflict on a regular basis. And most fleets and BVRLA members are not, as I've said before, are not willing to pay OEMs for their vehicle data. Very, very clear messages. All three documents, I think some key messages, all three documents completely ignore the fleet value chain. They make no reference to it at all. They acknowledge it not in the slightest. Second message, if you read those three documents, it's as if the current level of telematics and technology utilization that is already in evidence in our sector doesn't exist. And it will only exist in the future through connected vehicle and the operation of connected vehicle and OEMs controlling access to that data. And that then, for us, clearly creates a significant work stream in terms of our ongoing negotiations on behalf of you with OEMs in terms of how we ensure equal access, fair playing field to protect not just our sector, but significant parts of the aftermarket sector and your supply chain that rely on that fair playing field and rely on equal access to data.